Hey everybody, welcome to Stockability. Today I'm going to be covering options on futures, now available through Tastyworks. Tastyworks, essentially, if you're not familiar, is a primarily options broker. You could trade futures now. You can also trade just normal contracts for various stocks. As they highlight here, take advantage of the smaller exposure that options offer and put probabilities back into futures trading with only $2.50 per contract commissions to open and 0 to close. Obviously, for futures option trading, you will need margin accounts. Now, if you don't have a Tastyworks account, you could just click the open account here, right on the main page, pretty easy to find. The benefit here is the closing trades are $0. The opening contracts, in most cases, are $1. In the case of futures contracts, it is $2.50 plus regulatory fees. The standard stuff you're going to get through most any other broker. If you're not sure what the futures options are, options on futures are similar to options on stocks. As they say, with one major exception, futures on the underlying instrument off which the options are priced, unlike equity options, which have the stock as an underlying. It's a function of being priced off of futures. It's important to aware of the differences between futures options and equity options, kind of depending on the expiration cycle. You might expire in a cash, and you might expire into the underlying futures contract. Goes into more details here, but essentially you're predicting the anticipated movements of the particular futures market, whether it's corn or what have you. As you can see here, the following futures have available tradable options. You got CT, ZF, ZN, CBGC, and so on. As you can see here, the $2.50 contract open, 0 to close, comparatively to other brokers, which I'm going to be highlighting here in a little bit. You also got the different margin rates, but that's pretty standard for a lot of different brokers here. You got the particular future contracts, as it says, initial margin requirements are subject to change, and you do obviously need margin to trade the futures options. Now, as you can see here, you got corn, soybean, wheat, Australian dollar, British pound, Canadian dollar, euro, Japanese yen, crude oil, futures of the E-mini S&P 500, the Dow, the Russell 2000, and so on. And it lists here just kind of standard regulatory fees and tick size, tick value, margin requirements, all that kind of stuff. You can look into that a little bit more, and you can always email them. They have a very fast response time. Comparably to TD Ameritrade, TD Ameritrade isn't too bad to trade with. The biggest downside here has nothing to do with what's available options wise, but more to deal with the actual cost. Which can be found, let me see here. You got the straightforward pricing, no surprises, $6.95 per online equity trade. Unfortunately, we're looking at the options-related fees, and that's $19.99 for option exercises and assignments. You got the internet, $6.95 plus 75 cents, comparably to Tastyworks, which is only $2.50 plus the standard regulatory fees. So that's a big difference here. You're paying nearly triple, plus you're probably paying other miscellaneous fees as well. So in comparison, trading with Tastyworks is a much better option. I have the link to the Tastyworks account in the description below, and I'm going to cover some other stuff here that I kind of flipped through in the earlier video, but this is a Discord channel. If you'd want like live alerts for different things, I post them up, like option alerts I just posted up here for different sweeps, things like that. Check out the link in the description below for that. Also run a Patreon page, which you can consider supporting if you'd like. The link to that would be in the description below. Once again, options on futures now available. I'd recommend checking them out whenever you get a chance. Thanks, have a nice